Here's a quick look at what's coming up on Style TV.
Extraordinary people. We go training with the Leesburg SWAT team and follow alongside the team's youngest member. And Style TV takes you up close at the annual Cattle Barons Ball in Mount Dora. We sat down with country music legend John Anderson. And this month, Style TV is on location at Monroe Regional Medical Centers in the Villages to learn about Monroe's newest service available in the Oaks at 138th. All this and more coming your way on the October edition of Style TV with your host, Tori Petrie.
Hello and welcome to Style TV. I'm your host, Tori Petrie. This month we're here in the Villages at Monroe in the Oaks at 138th. Here you can see physicians from Monroe Heart, Monroe Orthopedics, Monroe Surgical, and other specialties. In just a few minutes, we'll follow along with Dr. Annette Nieves, a neurology specialist who focuses heavily on helping those suffering from movement disorders and dementia. She's the only specialist of her kind in Lake, Marion, and Sumter counties. When it comes to serving and protecting, the Leesburg SWAT team is the best of the best in Lake County. So naturally, when Lake and Sumter Style magazine went looking for people to feature in their Extraordinary People issue, they didn't have to look any further than this elite team. A mission like this one requires the best of the best. That's why making the Leesburg SWAT team requires rigorous training and a selective process. For Gus Escalante, it's another day on the job.
When I was a little kid, I always thought that being a police officer was a cool thing to do. It was a cool job.
But for Gus, it's more than just a cool job. At the prime age of 26, he was selected to join an elite group of individuals on the Leesburg SWAT team.
I would call it a privilege. Being the youngest guy in the team, I have the opportunity to look up to the older guys and learn from them. So I'm constantly being trained, and I'm learning from the rest of my teammates.
Boys, drop it, drop it, drop it!
I try to do my best at everything all the goals that I set. And I guess I was born with that.
While becoming a police officer has been Gus's lifelong dream, the position doesn't come with ease.
You have to be motivated and dedicated. You have to train hard because we operate as we train. So the harder we train, the better that we're going to do. It's fun. It's fun work. You encounter different situations, and that's what I like about the job. It's not a boring job. It could be if you make it so.
And now at 28 years old, Gus was selected by his teammates to be recognized for all his hard work at such a young age.
We're really close together. I'm really fortunate to be in this position. I certainly appreciate the votes of my teammates.
After seeing what Gus and the team go through to keep Lake County safe, it's clear to see that he and the entire team are extraordinary people. For Style TV, I'm Tori Petrie. Do you know someone who suffers from Parkinson's disease? An estimated 1 million Americans live with this condition every day, and it's an ailment not easily treated. Here at Monroe at the Oaks, patients have access to the area's top specialists for movement disorders and dementia, and you won't believe the amazing results.
I was working in Miami. I was a cafeteria manager in the schools, and we were doing summer training program, and we were doing some exercises with our fingers with the people. And I've noticed that this hand, I couldn't do this with my fingers.
Sheila Perez saw doctors, but got few answers.
I was ready to give up. I was getting frantic, actually, you know.
Hello, how are you?
Then Sheila heard about Dr. Nieves and Monroe Movement Disorders and Dementia at Monroe in the Oaks at 138th. After researching Dr. Nieves' impressive background, Sheila made an appointment and learned of a new treatment that offered hope in dealing with Parkinson's disease.
She has been taking multiple medications for many, many years. And when she came to me, she was having significant troubles with dyskinesias and other motor fluctuations.
I said, if I have to live like this, I don't know if I can keep going on this way, you know?
Each Parkinson's patient is totally individual, and one cannot use a cookbook to treat this kinds of patients. So we decided that it was time for deep brain stimulation. Left hand, right hand.
Deep brain stimulation involves placing an electrical wire inside a part of the brain that controls movement and sending electrical stimulation to help offset the side effects of various movement disorders. The procedure is not for all patients, but those who qualify tend to see excellent results. In many cases, as much as 90% improvement.
Things started to change, and I started to go in a better direction than I was. I was going downhill before.
This may be the difference between staying in a chair for a prolonged period of time versus now walking most of the time. So it significantly impacts the patient's quality of life.
In Sheila's case, her treatments were so effective that she was able to take up line dancing lessons with a group of her friends in the villages.
If I have a free night, what I like to do is go out and dance. I say my motto is shop till you drop and dance till you can't.
Dr. Nieves is a well-known supporter of academic medicine. Her multidisciplinary approach to patient care involves the use of cutting-edge research and the latest techniques and medications on the market. Patients have traveled from out of state and even internationally to receive the high-quality care offered at Monroe for movement disorders and dementia. But what truly drives Dr. Nieves is the ability to make a significant difference in the lives of her patients.
They say that I have Parkinson's, but Parkinson does not have me.
So the results that I see with Sheila and other of my patients, I would tell you that this is why I practice medicine. It's very rewarding to me. This is why I'm here. All right, well, you take care.
Okay, God bless. Thanks, Dr. Nieves.
You're welcome. Take care. Bye-bye.
Stay tuned to Style TV. We'll be right back.
Put ice on it, our mom and dad would say. You'll feel better. And it actually worked. Ice cured our bumps and bruises back then. We're older now, and our health issues are just not that simple. Sometimes the remedy still is, put ice on it. Only this ice, the Institute of Cardiovascular Excellence, is the finest cardiology resource in Florida. So, put ice on it. You'll feel better.
Welcome back to Style TV. We're here at Monroe's Lifetime Center, where all therapy related to rehab is performed. We'll have more on this beautiful facility later in the show. What did Denim Diamonds and John Anderson all have in common? They were the main attractions at this year's Cattle Barons Ball at Lake Receptions that benefits the American Cancer Society. Tina Morrison was in on the boot scoot in action as she got to interview the local country music legend himself.
High Society is brought to you by Alani Medical Spa.
It's a night of cowboy boots, jailbirds, and country music. For 11 years, the Cattle Barons Ball has been raising money to support the American Cancer Society. And tonight, Style TV is here to show you a boot scootin' good time. Kelly, what are you most looking forward to seeing tonight?
I am looking forward to seeing John Anderson. I'm a huge fan of country music.
I'm here with Nan Cobb, the founder of Classic Tents and Events, who happens to be the chair of this year's Cattle Barons Ball. So tell me a little bit about what went into planning this.
It took almost a year to put an event like this on. It's not an easy task, and it took probably 50 volunteers to do this.
I've wrangled me up a wily varmint in Susan Snell, the founder of Hound Dog Entertainment. Susan has worked with some of the biggest names in music and entertainment, so tell me what you're most excited about to see from John Anderson tonight.
Well, with John Anderson being a local guy, we were proud to bring him here. He also has cancer in his family, so we thought that he was the perfect person to bring out for this event tonight.
It was an event-filled night that began with food, drinks, a casino, and fundraising activities. The climax of the evening was a concert by country music legend John Anderson. Before he took the stage, John took the time to speak with Style TV. I know you have a favorite song, and I want to know what it is and why.
Well, Swingin' would be right up there.
Right up there?
Right in one of the two of my favorites that I've done. I guess Seminole Wind probably being my favorite. I wanted to write that song for me, as well as like my school friends, I wanted to write a song about Florida that we could all enjoy.
People would relate to.
I would hope so. I was hoping at the time.
Absolutely.
But it worked out pretty good.
Yeah, no. Even after more than a decade of helping to raise money to support the fight against cancer, I think it's safe to say the Cattle Barons Ball is showing no signs of slowing down. Hope y'all had a rip-roaring good time tonight. And for Style TV's High Society, I'm Tina Morrison.
Hearing and vision are two of our most commonly used senses, and you'd be surprised at how closely linked they are. When we experience age-related hearing loss, it becomes a quality of life issue. That was exactly the case for one local woman who recognized her symptoms and decided to turn to the hearing experts at Ocala Eye for help.
Matthew 13, Mark 6, and Luke 4.
Every Wednesday, you'll find Nancy Valerio and her faithful friends at the weekly Bible study in Williston.
The 3 stages of schooling.
Whenever I would go to meetings or anything, I'd always be asking somebody, what did they say? What did they say?
You see, Nancy suffers from hearing loss in both ears. Eventually, the condition progressed to the point that Nancy couldn't hear the lesson nor participate in discussion. Frustrated, she nearly quit coming.
I just didn't want to feel old and being, left out of things because I couldn't hear.
When Nancy first came in, she really felt like she was not hearing well. She had already recognized that there was an issue.
I'm going to give you a series of sounds. Some will be low and bassy, some will be high and squeaky.
Nancy scheduled an appointment with Chris Nixon, a hearing instrument specialist at Ocala Eye, and came in for a comprehensive hearing evaluation.
This time you're going to hear a speaker's voice talking.
Through a series of frequency tests, Chris and fellow specialist Kate Main used the latest technology in hearing evaluation to pinpoint exactly where the problem is taking place inside the ear and how to fix it.
This is a custom-made hearing aid. We take an impression of your ear and it's made to fit in the corner.
For Nancy's hearing to be restored, she would need a hearing aid in each ear.
With just the help of hearing aids, suddenly the clarity was back. She was able to understand everything that was going on.
And she noticed the difference right away.
Now I can hear, I can participate. It's very satisfying. And I recommend it to everybody because I think people wait too long probably before they get hearing aids.
Like Kristen, Kate Main is a board-certified hearing instrument specialist at Ocala Eye. She carries a special connection with each of her patients.
I wear hearing aids. I've worn hearing aids for a lot of years. And when I take my hearing aids out, the whole world goes away. So I know what it is that my patients are feeling.
So why does an ophthalmology practice like Ocala Eye offer hearing services anyway? Well, studies have shown that hearing and vision health is very closely related. And to the doctors at Ocala Eye, enhancing an annual eye exam with a simple hearing screening just made sense.
There have been some studies that have shown a link between early onset of dementia and untreated hearing loss. There's a lot of research into why this is happening. They think that when you lose a hearing, the brain has to work that much harder and it's not able to do other areas of function.
For Ocala Eye, it's just one more way to help patients like Nancy enjoy life to the fullest.
One of the top cosmetology schools in the nation is located right here in the Villages. The Salon Professional Academy is making it happen, one student success story at a time.
Did you know one of the top cosmetology schools in the country is located here in Sumter County, right in the middle of the Villages? At the Salon Professional Academy, students learn an education like no other. They learn the technical and business skills needed to succeed in this fast-paced, multi-billion-dollar industry. Meet Samantha, a student in her 6th week at the Salon Professional Academy.
You can hold it there at the bottom.
Over the next 9 months, we'll follow Samantha on her journey through the Academy, giving you a behind-the-scenes look into the high quality of education, student life, and Samantha's development through the program.
I decided to enroll in the Salon Professional Academy because I've always wanted a career in the beauty industry. Everyone I spoke to about different schools had nothing but positive things to say about T-Spa.
There's a rhyme and a reason.
I knew I'd get a great education and that the teachers would be willing to work one-on-one with any problems that I had. T-Spa gave you an iPad in your student kit, which is amazing when you're studying. It's right there at all times. It's at your fingertips.
I really just want to edge it up a little bit.
In the first 4 weeks, we learned the building blocks of cosmetology, along with business and communication skills that'll take them through to the clinic floor and beyond into their career.
This is when you want your comb, and you're going to use that to make your crease.
She is in her second 4-week segment, so that's a little bit more hands-on. We learn cutting, coloring, and texturizing techniques, all on mannequins behind closed doors, so it's a little less nerve-wracking. When they come out onto the floor, they use all those skills on real live guests.
Very good. First one down.
Right.
Okay. So
when you leave the Basics 102 class, you feel confident and comfortable to work on new clients. Going out on the floor is one of the most exciting times. So you're getting the real life experience working with thousands of new clients, but you also are learning the technical and the communication skills to build a clientele. The education here is amazing.
We'll be right back with more in just 30 seconds.
What do you think about this one, honey?
John and I are getting a new metal roof for the home. Can't decide on a color.
That one's too dark, honey. Try the next one.
Oh, okay. Oh, oh! Ah!
If you want a metal roof, there's an easier way. With Gulf Coast's new Proof My Roof online dashboard, you can see what metal roofing will look like on your home before you spend a single penny. Upload your photo today at proofmyroof.com.
Honey, are you in there?
Welcome back to Style TV, on location here at Monroe in the Oaks at 138th. Did you know that Monroe in the Oaks offers a variety of healthcare services all located under one roof here in the Villages? It's the same quality healthcare and the same doctors that are available at Monroe and Ocala, but much closer to home. Last month, our Style TV team took you inside the new facility at St. Luke's in the Villages. This month, we bring you the story of Dr. Kimberly Ireland, the ophthalmologist behind the care at St. Luke's. Here's her story.
In November of 2012, St. Luke's opened its doors and brought high-quality, full-service eye care to the Villages.
How are you?
Nearly a year later, St. Luke's is thriving, and much of the credit goes to Dr. Kimberly Ireland, whose caring hands and dedication to helping people has restored quality vision to many Villages residents.
To be able to help people is one of the reasons I went into medicine in the first place, and I think that's something that comes from within and that we have to nurture every day in our work environment. I'm blessed in that I can do a job that's both intellectually stimulating, that feeds my curiosity, but also rewards me personally, and that I can connect with patients in that way and help improve their lives.
Dr. Ireland has spent the last 16 years practicing ophthalmology, and since St. Luke's seeks out the finest doctors, she was the top choice to lead St. Luke's at the Villages. Although excited about the opportunity, she was a little tentative about moving from Wisconsin.
The prospect of moving to Florida was a little bit daunting in that I was in an established practice, the kids were settled, I was settled. But the opportunity arose to be part of this project, and I jumped on it.
The move to St. Luke's was especially important to Dr. Ireland because it has given her the chance to establish a practice that focuses on the way patients should be treated. But there's more to the relocation than just the practice.
My parents became villagers about 3.5 years ago, and they've embraced this community. They really enjoy being here. As a mom with 3 kids, it was important for us to try and come together as a family, and the opportunity to practice, live, and experience the life here at the Villages was really important to us.
Somewhat surprising, one of Dr. Ireland's hobbies is piloting helicopters, and she has discovered an interesting connection between flying and performing eye surgery.
Well, I didn't realize it until I was learning to fly that cataract surgery is quite complicated now. The equipment that we use, we're using an operating room microscope. We use both hands to perform the surgery. But people don't realize that we are also using our feet on different foot pedals to perform, to help take care of both the microscope focus and the fluidics from the machinery that we're using.
Dr. Ireland says it's an honor and a privilege to have the opportunity to improve the quality of the lives of her patients. When you visit their extraordinary facility, it's clear that she and her St. Luke's team have committed themselves to the Villages and nearby communities.
A traveling Central Florida hotspot has finally settled down in Claremont after 3 years of serving locals with their gourmet food truck. This month, Style TV's Jana Wheeler stops by the Crooked Spoon Gastropub for their VIP grand opening. Bon appetit.
Bon Appetit is brought to you by KDK, Gourmet Kitchen Products.
Many people have seen this gourmet food truck around Central Florida, but it's not just a food truck anymore. I'm Jana Wheeler, and today we're at the VIP grand opening of the Crooked Spoon Gastropub in Claremont. You've got to check this place out. The Crooked Spoon opened up as a gourmet food truck 3 years ago and has grown so tremendously that owner and chef Steve Seld decided it was time to open his own restaurant.
The food truck thing just took off. Really proud of what we started and where it's come. Here we are in our first restaurant.
And on opening night, they received rave reviews. How has the experience been tonight with the grand opening?
The Crooked Spoon is always a great experience.
It's been awesome. I really have enjoyed the food.
I got to talk with former Orlando Magic player Andrew DeClercq and the winner of Cupcake Wars and Food Network star Emily Ellen to get their opinions on the grand opening.
I think this is just a phenomenal setting. It looks like a lot of fun in here, and I'm really looking forward to coming in and trying more stuff on the menu.
I'm having fun because now I get to enjoy their food sitting down, and it's like their brainchild that they finally have cooked up.
Are you coming back?
Oh, definitely. My husband is going to love this place.
Most definitely.
We'll definitely be enjoying and stealing as many ideas as possible.
I can foresee being here quite a bit.
I also got to see what some of the favorites of the night were. What's your favorite thing about this brand new restaurant?
I don't even like French fries, but the French fries were amazing.
The pulled pork sandwiches.
And was it good?
Oh my God, it was so good. They did a really good cabbage slaw on top of it.
Brie cheese was delightful.
And the bruschetta, and it's all been wonderful.
I just keep eating.
So tonight I met some awesome people.
Oh, cheers to that.
And had some delicious food. And Emily and I will definitely be back to the Crooked Spoon.
Rad regards. We'll see you at the Crooked Spoon.
For Style TV, I'm Jana Wheeler. Stay tuned to Style TV. We'll be right back.
When it comes to real estate in the Mount Dora, Eustis, and Tavares areas of Lake County, Pierce Realty is the #1 choice. Denise and Larry Pierce know the market inside out and have personally sold and closed over $100 million in real estate since 2000.
Our home buying experience with Pierce Realty was easy and professional. We'd recommend them to anybody. Not only professionally, they become our friend.
If you're in the market to buy or sell, contact Pierce Realty today.
Welcome back to Style TV. On location this month at Monroe in the Oaks at 138th.
We're in the next phase of Monroe in the Oaks facility where construction is already underway. In the coming months, Monroe will be providing even more of its high-demand services to the public. Saving limbs and saving lives. The very best vein care specialists have teamed up with Dr. Asid Kamar of ICE to provide world-class care to patients suffering from artery and vein disorders. See why the Limstitute is a medical breakthrough for Lake and Sumter counties.
They were just big bulges everywhere.
Carol Margison suffered from stage 4 vein disease, which inhibited her daily life, from going on walks to going to work.
Severe pain in my legs. Couldn't walk very far. It just hurt a lot. Like if I walked from my house to the mailbox, my legs would hurt so much when I got back, I'd have to sit down and put them up. It was really, really bad.
While Carol had seen doctors before, the procedures she went through, unfortunately, did no good.
Well, I went to doctors before and I had them stripped out, and it didn't help.
But upon picking up an article about leg pain by physician assistant Tom Tran, she finally found her saving grace.
And do you have any pain or discomfort or anything like that?
I made an appointment, and once I made the appointment, I knew I wanted to go there. He knew what I was going through. His staff was wonderful.
You just got to pay attention to your body. Luckily, she did pay some attention to her body. She saw the article, and she made an appointment, came in, and from that point on, we really helped her. She's been with us for a while, and we've treated her veins.
Although Carol had a severe case of vein disease, PA Tran and his staff were able to help her and treat the disease.
Not only did it affect her physically, but it affected her emotionally, having ugly veins. She cannot wear shorts, she couldn't go to the swimming pool. This one has some hardness over here too. And she was in pain. She was definitely in pain.
Now she sings praises for PA Tran and his staff and the lifestyle they've helped her achieve.
It means the world to me because I don't have nothing of the pain I used to have, nothing.
She is now able to work without affecting her legs.
I could walk around the villages. I could do more. I can do anything I want to do. It's wonderful. It made a big difference in my life.
A beautiful location, a caring team, and a family atmosphere are what set Frost & Frost Wealth Management apart, making their office a special and pleasant place to be.
The Villages is known as being America's friendliest hometown, and having an office smack dab in the middle of America's friendliest hometown is one of the greatest privileges that I could have.
Frost & Frost have been serving the Villages since 2002 and relocated to Lake Sumter Landing in 2012. But being in such a great location is not their only privilege.
One of my life's greatest joys is waking up in the morning knowing that I get to go to work and work hand in hand with my two brothers.
Right, if it was a family.
Tom and I obviously have a unique thing between us in that we're identical twins. And then of course adding Patrick to the dynamic too, I think it really works nicely because the three of us really understand each other very well. We understand each other's strengths and weaknesses.
The family values that the Frost brothers display go a whole lot farther beyond just themselves.
Many in the Villages associate Frost & Frost Wealth Management simply as that big bull and bear statue that's out in front of our office. What's behind the bull and the bear are people that truly care about their clients and try to work with them as family. Okay. Our clients realize that anyone can manage their money. They choose Frost & Frost Wealth Management because we help manage their lives. They're looking for people that know their name, know their children's name and their grandchildren's name.
The client comes first. Your family comes first, not policies and procedures. During my years with Frost & Frost, I've very much appreciated the family atmosphere and the importance of working on a team where you feel like an important piece of a puzzle.
Working with family is probably the best thing about what we do.
The Frost brothers could have grown their business anywhere, but they chose Lake Sumter Landing in the Villages.
We saw the growth in the Villages and the opportunities that existed, and I think the best decision that we ever made was to open up an office here.
This really is a truly wonderful place to work. You're always going to expect somebody to greet you with a smile and to greet you by name, and you're going to leave with the same smile and a goodbye and to please let us know what else we can do to help you.
Healthy Living is brought to you by New Body Contours.
We're here at CrossFit Pinnacle Gym in Ocala with Coach TK. TK, I've heard a lot about CrossFit, but tell me, what exactly is it?
Well, you know, CrossFit, it's a very unique program that aims to increase the total fitness, and we do that through using cardio exercises, traditional weightlifting, and also gymnastics movements.
Wow, well, it sounds like a lot of fun, so let's go try this WOD workout of the day.
Here we go. So we want to keep that core nice and tight and engaged, and we're going to maintain that hollow rock position. Good. Good. So both your feet are going to leave the ground at the same time. You're going to be explosive with that power and stand tall on top. Good. All right, good. So make sure on these kettlebell swings, we're keeping that chest up and our weight is in our heels. Good, using those hips to move the kettlebell up. Nice. All the way overhead, very good. Good. All right. Remember when we're doing these, you want to use that dip drive to heave this bar off of your shoulders, and then we're squeezing our butt tight as we press for the lockout. Good. Nice. Good job getting your head through the window. One more. Good. And we're done.
Whew, that was a really tough workout.
You did great though, very good.
Thank you. So tell me what sets CrossFit Pinnacle apart from other gyms?
It has to be our community aspect, hands down. It makes it more fun for the group settings, so our coach-led classes, not only are they more accountable for each other to make sure that they're showing up and doing it, but everybody becomes a close-knit group of family, even friends.
Very cool. Well, I can see why people love CrossFit so much. So if you want to try it, make sure to check out your local CrossFit gym. For Style TV's Focus on Fitness, this is Coach TK, and I'm Tori Petrie. That does it for the October edition of Style TV. Make sure to check us out online at lakeandsumterstyle.com. On behalf of the entire Style TV crew, I'm Tori Petrie. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next month.